Hi, my name is Connor, and today I'm going to teach you how to correctly use semicolons and colons. In this video, you will see and learn various different ways to use semicolons and colons. Let's first start out with the semicolon. Use number 1. Semicolons are used to link two independent clauses that are closely related in thought into one sentence. An example of this is, some people take notes with a computer and a keyboard. Others write in pen or pencil on paper. In this sentence, there are two independent clauses. The first one is, some people take notes with a computer and a keyboard. The second one is, others write with a pen or pencil on paper. Since these are both independent clauses, we can simply put a semicolon between them and they will become a single grammatically correct sentence. Use number 2. Use a semicolon between items in a list or series if any of the items contain commas. An example of this is, there are basically two ways to write: with a pen or pencil, which is inexpensive and easily accessible, or by a computer and printer, which is more expensive but quick and neat. Since you use an appositive, which uses commas in your list, you must use a semicolon to separate the two different ideas in the list. The next example is, I need the weather statistics for the following cities: London, England, London, Ontario, Paris, France, Perth, Scotland, and Perth, Ontario. Since you need to use a comma to separate the cities, you must use semicolons to separate the different places. Use number 3. Use semicolons with conjunctive adverbs to link two independent clauses. Some common conjunctive adverbs include moreover, nevertheless, otherwise, therefore, then, finally, likewise, and consequently. An example of this is, the students had been advised against walking alone at night. However, Kathy decided walking wasn't dangerous if it was early in the evening. Notice that the first independent clause, the student had been advised against walking alone at night, is followed by a semicolon, then a conjunctive adverb, then a comma. If you don't put the comma after the conjunctive adverb, then it won't be grammatically correct. Now that you know how to use semicolons, let's get to work on learning how to use colons correctly. Use number 1. Use a colon to start list. An example of this is, there are 3 types of muscle in the body: cardiac, smooth, and skeletal. Use number 2. Use colons to introduce quotations. An example of this is, he ended with the immortal words of Neil Young, rock and roll can never die. If you have a longer quote, you would drop a line down, single space the quotation, and end it from the left margin. Use number 3. Colons can be used to separate independent clauses. This rule only applies in special cases. Let's take a look at the first example. A dolphin is not a fish. It is a warm-blooded mammal. In this example, we use a colon because the second clause is directly related to the first clause. In the second example, the research is conclusive, climate change is a reality, we use a colon because the emphasis is on the second clause. In both these sentences, you could use a semicolon, but using a colon can help get the point you are trying to make more clear. Use number 4. Use colons in the introduction to formal or business letters. Since business and formal letters are more formal, a colon should be used. 2 examples of this are, Dear Mr. Wilson, and To whom it may concern, Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you better understand how to use semicolons and colons correctly.